Hello, my beautiful air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Thank you so much for clicking here. Thank you so much for clicking here. If you are a Gemini, a Libra, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, or if you're cross-watching, thank you so much for doing that. We're just going to use tarot this week, y'all. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to use tarot this week. We're going to do a 9-card draw. We're going to clarify from there. And so, of course, we've got about 4 days left in Libra season. So, Libra, again, happy birthday. We're going to read for Libra first, Aquarius and Gemini. If you don't mind scooting along, I'll see you on this reel in just a second. All right, here we go. Let's take a look, Libra. This is for you for the week ahead, my friend. Whenever you find this, it will be for the week ahead. Whenever you find it, friend. Okay, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Please tell us about Libra. Thank you if you're cross-watching. Please down here. Okay. Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra in the week ahead, please. Libra in the week ahead. All right. Those ones wanted to come out. Tried to put them back in, and they were a no-go. Here we go. We start with the Page of Wands. We're looking at Temperance. We're looking at the Six of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Cups. Interesting. Six of Cups is in the reverse. Do I know this person well enough to move in with them? Do I know them well enough to... This to me is home, it's family, it's combining our incomes, it's moving in together. The Ten of Cups is the emotional happiness, whatever it is that makes you emotionally happy. Someone is wondering whether they've known you well enough or known you long enough, Libra. We have Temperance. The Page of Wands, very interesting. Somebody is about to send you some sort of a message. It's going to be a little sizzly but kind, I want to say. Somebody here is sending a message to you and they're really attracted to you. They could be saying that. They're very attracted to you. I feel like what's been going on here is that you've been healing, because for some of you, it feels like the Six of Cups in the reverse is the realization that this person is not a soulmate, or that they are and they've rejected you. So it feels like it has to be healed. And it's like it's Temperance and the Six of Cups. It's like, but I thought I knew that person. I thought I knew them so well. I thought I was ready to go to the next level, but maybe I didn't know them well enough. Or maybe I don't know them well enough. Is this the right time to do that? Temperance is also the moment of alchemy. But the Six of Cups in the reverse is giving me the question of, is this my soulmate? I'm not really sure if I know you well enough or if we've known each other long enough to take it to the next level. Speaking kindly, but being very clear. Being very clear, Libra, with what it is that you want. We've got the Strength card here. Somebody's finding the courage to ask if we're going to the next level, if we're going to the next part of the relationship. It's someone who's having courage to fit you into their busy life. That's what it feels like. There is going to be a conversation here. What's the foundation, please, for Libra? We've got the Queen of Cups. Interesting. So we do have love here. It feels like there is love here. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer. Doesn't have to be that. We've got Sagittarius here. We've got Leo a couple of times. We've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius right here. The King of Swords. So that's you. Feminine or masculine, that is you. I want to say that it feels as though you've fallen quickly or are trying to have the courage to fall for someone. I feel like you have a very busy life, Libra, and the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords tells me that you keep meeting people and you fall right away, like you fall in love immediately. I think that you fall really easy into love. But what I want to say is I feel like it's I don't know that it's been working out. I feel like this is what you're thinking about in the week ahead. So this is kind of the midweek, right? And it feels like there is going to be a conversation here. The King of Swords is here. So whether you bring it up or they do, you could be dealing with another air energy, right? Like Aquarius or Gemini. We have Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer as well. It almost feels like you question whether this person was a soulmate or is a soulmate, or you're questioning that in the week ahead. You're trying to find the courage to question it and actually talk about it. Have we known each other long enough to take it to the next level, which is the Ten of Cups? I'm not really sure. Libra, it almost feels like you're already getting a little bit bored with this person. And it feels like it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to keep it in balance. Somebody is going to be messaging you, Libra, and I think you're going to be happy to hear from them. They could be somebody who is Leo. They don't have to be. I feel like they're messaging you. I feel like the message is a good one. I feel like it's a good conversation. I feel like it's very clear and concise, though. And it feels like it's from somebody that you're happy to hear from because you do have love for this person. I think you're trying to find the courage to offer this one cup, but I really do feel like this is in question here. Do I know you well enough? Have I known you long enough? Are we going to take this to the next level? But do I know you well enough? It feels like this is a very sexual connection, and there's a lot of passion and desire floating around here. I want to say that somebody has had a realization. I see the sun as a breakthrough, so I'm seeing it as a breakthrough, like somebody's had a realization about something that they want to say, or maybe they think you have something to say. It's the moment of alchemy for them to message you. Like everything is in its perfect state for us to have this conversation. I think that on your side, it's like a loving conversation, but it's also full of clarity. I think that whatever is said, whether you say it or they do, that you have a realization about this person. It feels like if this conversation is going on in the week ahead, we should clarify first. Oh, that's what it is. Sorry. I thought I kept turning these over, and I did. Sorry for the interruption here. Okay. Just going to leave that there. Let's go to some clarification here. Libra. Just going to say that the Four of Cups is here, and it's here as well. It feels almost like you're tired of it. You're tired of the conversations that you've been having about feelings, and do we have the courage to do this? Is this something we should do in the future? Tell me about this message, please. There's a message that comes that brings a lot of clarity. It's like you use your sword and you cut right through it, right to the chase. You cut to the chase. It's like, is this a moment of alchemy or not? Have we known each other long enough or not? It's like somebody has put you on the back burner or told you they needed a break. That's what it feels like. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse. We have the Seven of Swords. Interesting. And the Sun again. I'm going to say that this conversation is going to be very telling, Libra. There's going to be things that you have realizations about while this person is talking. I want to say that there is... Yeah, it feels like this message is from someone who either is younger or thinks younger. Someone who is sort of immature in the way they see relationships, the way they see passion. It feels like whatever they're going to say to you, it's going to be completely and totally clear exactly how they feel, because the Seven of Swords is here, and you've been wondering for a while with the Three of Cups in the reverse, is this any fun anymore? Is it worth it? Am I supposed to be celebrating right now? It feels like somebody's left you on hold and you don't really know what's going on. But it feels like when this person connects with you, when they communicate with you, you're going to see everything. You're going to get some great clarity, And I feel like you are going to speak on that in a loving way. What's the clarity that's coming here? Because it feels like it's going to be crystal clear as to this person's intentions. 7 of Cups. We've got the Lovers. This person's going to be really emotional, like maybe even overly emotional when they contact you. The 8 of Pentacles. It's like somebody wants to work on it with you, Libra. Someone was ready to put the hard work in. And it feels like they come to you as the Page because they're unsure of what your reaction's going to be. And I think that they're coming to you with some clarity. I think that they were holding some things back from you, or they were concealing some things that they weren't ready to talk about, not ready to show you. It could be maybe they have children you don't know about. Maybe they do have children and they never told you that. It feels like there's something that is coming to light, or there is some sort of a realization or a breakthrough about why we haven't really been together these past 3 months or so. There's 3 cups here, and it's in the reverse. So it feels like this isn't fun anymore. There's no more partying. It feels like we don't go out together. We don't see each other. And I feel like somebody's calling to speak on that. The reason I haven't been around is, I think that's what the conversation might be in part. King of Swords and the 7 of Cups tells me that this conversation is, it has the ability to get out of control emotionally, but I feel like you're the one that's going to keep it solid and sturdy, because I feel as though I'm speaking to someone who is in Swords and in Cups. So you have a good command of the English language or your language, and you know exactly what to say. You've got all the words. It feels like you say it in a loving way because you believe that this person is your soulmate. But I think they're thinking, have I known you long enough? Like maybe this is going too quickly. Maybe I don't know as much about you as I want to know. Somebody here is denying this connection. It feels like they're denying some sort of a soulmate connection. And it's just because they're not ready. That's all it is. They're not ready. So the universe sends in healing, right? The universe sends this energy of the moment of alchemy. We're going to heal it. It feels like this person is not really coming back to you to talk about what are we doing next, but almost to explain themselves. Like it feels like they want you to hear their side. I don't know if the last conversation you had was maybe somebody hung up the phone or blocked the other person and didn't give them their say, but it almost feels like somebody's coming back with an explanation and they're feeling overly emotional about it. But it also feels like this person is ready to work on a soulmate connection. They're ready to work on choosing you, but I don't think that they're ready to do that. Like, I don't think they're ready to fully commit into the 10 of Cups right now. And it only seems because life is really busy. This is probably what they're telling you. Could be true, maybe it's not. But this person feels like they're kind of just barely keeping in balance themselves. And they feel like if they throw another thing on their plate, that they're not going to be able to stay in balance. Tell me about the strength. Somebody's got to have the courage to have this talk. And it can be done in a loving way, but somebody's got to open up. Either, whether it's you or them, somebody's got to have the courage to talk about feelings, to talk about what are we going to do from here? Because we have courage and strength. And the King of Cups. It feels like you're trying to be strong because you know that there is a soulmate connection here, King and Queen of Cups. You're trying to be strong, and this person, I feel, this other person is denying the energy. It's denying that it can't be that we're soulmates. They're either denying it or they feel like they don't know you well enough to take this to the next level. We have the Moon, and we have the Four of Pentacles. I think you're holding on to the hope. Even though you don't know what's coming up next, you're holding on to the hope that they will call you back. You're holding on to the hope that they'll text you again, that they'll show some feeling, that they'll realize that this is a soulmate connection. I think you have the realization, but I don't think the other person does. And so I think the other person is probably Six of Cups in the reverse. They're like, what are we doing here? I'm not really sure if I'm ready to rock my balance to fit somebody else in my life. We've got courage, the Fool, we've got strength here. The Fool, we've got the Hanged Man energy. And so I feel like you're both trying to see it from the other person's point of view. because our point of view, right, can be quite narrow sometimes, and maybe we don't have the whole picture, or we're not willing to look on it because it's not going to work out in our favor. That's usually why people don't want to look at the whole picture, because they don't want to see things that aren't working out. In fact, people will say that to me in the comments. I just clicked off because it's a negative reading, but you know, it is what it is. I don't control what the messages are. I just read the cards. And the Hanged Man tells me that in your gut, you do know that you want to have this new beginning, but I feel like someone has to find the courage to be able to fit you onto their plate or put you into their busy life, like inject you into their busy life, or this is not going to work. And I think this is something that's been going on for a while. That this relationship, which I feel is fairly new because we got 4 cups, it feels like 4 or 5 months, and it feels like somebody isn't willing to change or be flexible in order to fit you onto whatever they got going on in their life that makes them very busy. We have the Page of Wands. Yep, we knew that there's a message coming, and there's the 9 of Cups there, wish fulfillment. So it does feel like there's somebody who's been watching you. It feels like that maybe if you guys have had a parting, maybe you've been in separation, that this person has been watching you, and you may or may not know that. The 9 of Cups here tells me that the Page of Wands is communicating about wish fulfillment. They might even invite you to a party. They might invite you somewhere. You're confident they're going to stomp on your heart again, though. It feels like somebody said something to the other person. Like I said, 6 of Cups is in the reverse. That kind of says it all, right? It feels like it's like one of you is all in and said, okay, so what are we doing? Going to the next thing? And the other person's like, no, I don't think so. I don't think we even have known each other long enough. Maybe this person wants to know you 10 months or a year before, cups are months for me, 10 months or a year before anything goes down. I think you're ready. I think you are ready at the beginning of the path. The Fool and the Hanged Man is here. Your gut's telling you it's go time, but your person is still trying to find the courage to bring this together for both of you. I don't think it's you, friend. I think it's them. I think it's them who is probably a little immature or running a little bit behind. Maybe they haven't quite caught up to the knowing that you have. That's a vibrational difference. I feel like you know that this person is sent to you. You feel it. You feel the connection and you choose them. But I don't necessarily know that this person has chosen you yet. I think they see all your worth. They see you as very intelligent. They see you as very kind and loving and doting, like motherly energy or fatherly energy, feminine or masculine, right? All right. I'm going to leave it here. That's what we've got for the week ahead, y'all. It's left at a cliffhanger. I'm going to go from here. I love you guys. And let me know in the comments. Is this something that you're experiencing right now? Is there someone who's kind of holding you off? Because it feels like they are. And I don't think they're doing it to be mean. I'm just going to be honest. I don't think that they're mean. And I don't think they're doing it because of any other nefarious or terrible thing that's going on. It's not dramatic like that. This person legit doesn't know if they've known you long enough. They're not comfortable about taking it to the next level. Yeah. So for some of you, you're going to be standing here waiting with the cup. For others of you, I think that you're bored with it. I think you're over it. Yeah. And you're going to bring it to an end. And I think you're the one that's going to do it because we've got someone taking inspired action. All right. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for coming here and watching, Libra. I will be back because I always am. I'll see you next week. Love you guys. Happy birthday. And I hope you have a good rest of Libra season, which I think is about 4 days. Love you guys. Bye-bye. And hello, Gemini. Elsie here to do the reading. Thank you so much for waiting here for me. And we are going to look at just tarot this week, as I said. So let's look at you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's find out what tarot has to tell you. We're going to throw 9 cards. We'll throw 8, and then we'll throw 1 as the foundation to see what everything's resting on here. Let's take a look. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And if you're cross-watching, thank you. Thank you for being in the comments if that's what you do. We're really trying hard to grow this air tribe. Thank you so much for all the views last week. Y'all, you almost had 1,000 views. It's like at 670 something. You're great. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate you. It's the only way that we can grow this. And so for those people that come through here and tell me I don't read enough on their sign, well, get yourself on the thumbs up, man. And get other people in here and we will do that for you. Absolutely will. All right, here we go. And that's what I mean in the way of bonus reads, right? I'm always going to read for you weekly. All right, here we go. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Here we go. All right. What's going on here? What is going on here? All right. We've got the Five of Swords in the reverse. We've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Judgment. What's going on here? Judgment's also in reverse. Tell me more about Gemini, please. All right. Gemini, maybe you don't want to fight with Taurus anymore. Maybe it's time to make amends. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Wow. The Knight of Cups in the reverse tells me that somebody has been careless with someone else's emotions. That's what it feels like. So it feels as though, the Knight of Cups in the reverse for me is shallow. This person is shallow. It feels like somebody doesn't want to fight with an earth sign anymore. It feels like with the Five of Swords in reverse, it's like we need to finally come to a conclusion at some point. We can't keep right fighting or keep silent or whatever is causing the Five of Swords to be in the reverse. To me, it's also reconnection. After not being able to come to a resolve for a very long time, it feels like something is about to resolve itself and ground itself or get a little more stable. The Knight of Cups in the reverse, is more about not really having any romantic feelings for somebody, or maybe it's unrequited love. So, maybe someone is in love with you, but you don't have any feelings for them. It's also confusion of feelings as well, the Knight of Cups in the reverse. I'm confused about my feelings. I'm not really sure what I want. I'm not sure if I want to settle down into the 10 Pentacles or not. Whoever is the King of Pentacles showing up here is the one who wants to settle down, have the long-term relationship. So Gemini, that may not be you. Unless you're the Emperor or the Emperor or the Empress, really. We've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and I feel like everything is at a standstill right now. It's a lot of confusion about what you want. I think you're at a point in your life, it's kind of like a crossroads. You don't really know what you want. You're not really sure if you want to begin again or start new or put any energy into trying to erect something new. The Seven of Wands tells me you're kind of stuck in this pattern of thinking of, I'm not really sure if I want to work on it. I'm not really sure if I want to put energy into that. The Eight of Swords is, I'm no longer overthinking it. I'm no longer confused, and that's why I'm standing my ground. But it does feel like somebody is coming out of this place of, they've put themselves in this mental jail or this mental prison where all they're thinking about are those 8 things over and over and over again. Maybe it was a conversation you had. Maybe it was a date that didn't go well. Maybe it was the last hard conversation that you had. But the Eight of Swords being in the reverse is getting a little bit more brave, a little bit more clarity. The Judgment in the reverse to me is a bad judgment call. It's like a misjudgment. Also, it feels like somebody here doesn't want to work hard enough to have some sort of a reconciliation. So I don't know if that's you or them, but it feels like somebody here isn't sure if they want to put in the hard work that's needed to have a reconciliation. Judgment is in the reverse, no reconciliation. Have I thought about it too long? Maybe somebody has stalled here and they thought maybe, I know I'm out of the Eight of Swords, I'm not overthinking it anymore, but I'm just wondering if they still even want to see me. Tell me what the foundation is. Foundation is the Three of Cups. Yes, they want to see you. If you want to see them, they also want to see you, Gemini. For some of you, you could have been in a long-term relationship and the thing that parted you or drew a wedge between you is money. How to spend it, how to invest it, what do we do with it? Do you sell your house? I sell my house. We get one house, or do we live in separate places? It feels like it's a lot of pentacle stuff that you couldn't come to an agreement about. There was too many fundamental differences. But it feels like whoever the King of Pentacles is, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, is somebody who's ready to reconnect and ready to find a resolve to all of this. Somebody here is wondering, if I reconnect, is it worth it to reconnect? Is it worth it to talk about it, come to the resolve? Is it worth it at all? Because I don't know if I'm in love. I don't know about my feelings. I'm not sure if I'm in love enough to have the 10 Pentacles with this person or not, to have the long-term relationship and start building into the future. Somebody here doesn't know if they're going to put their time and effort and money and energy into that. Somebody's kind of standing their ground here. Bottom of the deck, we have the 9 of Swords. So we come out of the 8 of Swords, no more overthinking, but we're in the 9 of Swords now, and now we're worrying. So yeah, worrying about what's going to happen here. Is there a connection here or not? Somebody here doesn't know if there is a, if you're still attracted to them. Maybe it's you wondering, are they still attracted to you? Do we still have a chance at the 4 of Wands? Because there seems to be some worry here. It does feel like somebody is thinking about a reconnection, a regrouping, a reunion, asking somebody out. This is fun time, celebration. And so it feels like one person is in, and take it as it resonates, one person is feeling like they don't have the energy that it takes to put into having a reconciliation. They're not sure if they want to reconnect. And whoever this bottom row is here for, it feels like somebody is standing their ground, waiting for the right time to maybe extend an invitation to a party, to a public place, to dinner or lunch, or have some drinks. So we can talk about this. We can feel it out, right? The 10 Pentacles. Let's feel it out. It feels like somebody's had like a moment of reckoning or a realization or an answer to something that they've been thinking about for a very long time. It's an aha moment here, and it is a moment of alchemy about the Empress. But are we going to do this? Look, we have the Emperor, but the Emperor's in the reverse. So it feels like the Emperor, because when I see the Emperor, the Empress in the reverse, it means one of the kings or the queens is out of whack, right? It feels like somebody's trying to learn a lesson and they haven't learned it yet. But please know that the Emperor in reverse is somebody who's not taking charge, who's not moving forward, the one who's not stepping out of line. This person is, allowing people to whisper in their ear, tell them what to do, or maybe not tell them what to do, but try and influence the things that they do. This person is not listening to their gut, right? King of Cups could be in reverse. This person's not listening to their gut. And when they're not listening to their gut, they tend to take risks that are dangerous. Falling off the cliff without knowing what's at the bottom can be dangerous. It can be life-changing, right? So I feel as though, take it as it resonates, whether you're an Empress or an Emperor. The Emperor is Aries. The Empress is Libra and Taurus. And you could have those in your chart, of course, right? Moon and rising. But it feels like the Empress has had a realization that the moment of alchemy is coming. So I think that if you are planning to move forward to connect with the Empress, because it's divine timing and things are changing, it feels like you're being pushed into it. Like the universe is saying now is the go time. And I don't think you're comfortable with it, but I think you might do it anyway. Yeah. Somebody is worrying about the 4 of Wands. Is there enough passion? It feels like somebody is really worried about the level of passion. Do we have enough passion to keep this going? Let's clarify a little bit. All right. Tell me about Gemini, please. Tell me about the 5 of Swords and the King of Pentacles. For some of you, if we're looking at this as being money related, if it's pentacle related or business related for you, it feels like if you are willing to talk it over, if you're willing to talk it out with someone and go over the details with them and sort of work with them rather than going at a I'm right, you're wrong kind of situation, I feel like the deal goes well. I feel like it makes you quite wealthy, actually. So for some of you, you might just have to keep everything under the surface in order to get through some sort of a business meeting that is going to bring you some type of contract and agreement that is going to bring you financial freedom or financial stability anyway. a little more free. We have the Five of Swords. Now it's in the upright. And the King of Pentacles is right here. So it does feel like if it is about business, that you should probably watch what you say. It could be heartbreaking if you don't make the right decisions. We've got 10 swords here. It has the energy of going off the rails a little bit if you're not careful. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse. You don't like it. It doesn't feel right. Three of Pentacles in the upright. Is this the good partnership for me? Whether we're talking about love or business, is this the right partnership? Do I want to put the time and effort into this? The Three of Pentacles are here. Because up till now, I've been putting in a lot and someone else has not really been putting in a lot at all. They've been watching me do all the work. So that goes right along with the King of Pentacles, I think. It feels like there's a partnership here where somebody is not putting in enough work. And you're like, if they're not working on it, I'm not working on it. I'm not really sure of my feelings anyway. The thing is this, is like for some of you with the Ten of Pentacles here, the Three of Cups and the Knight of Cups, it could be like you're in a long-term relationship, but you're still thinking about the reunion with the other person that you're unsure of your feelings about. Sorry, trying to get as much energies as I can for you here. All right, Ten of Wands. I know it can seem confusing, but I'm trying to keep it allocated to certain pockets of energy. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Ten of Wands, we have the Three of Wands. That's lots of wands. It's inspiration. It's moving about. It's things that are changing because we're shifting energetically. And the Queen of Wands is someone who is a go-getter. The Ten of Wands is burdensome. Some type of burden you're carrying around, and the Three of Wands, the ships that are coming in. So I feel like the ships that are coming in is the Ten of Wands. It feels like you need to unburden yourself. And I feel like the person you need to unburden yourself with, if we're speaking about love, is the Queen of Wands, Sagittarius, right? Or Aries and Leo in this reading, because it is a general reading. You're trying to figure out your feelings about somebody here. They could have water in the chart. We've got Virgo and Pisces here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Tell me why we're standing ground. Because somebody here, whoever I'm talking about, whether it's you or them, is standing their ground, not sure if this is going to be too much work. I'm not sure if I want to even put the work in. Do I even want to start this? Do I even want to open this can of worms? Knight of Swords. But you know, the thing is this, whether you want to open the can of worms or not, you cannot stop yourself from saying the things that you got to say. It feels like you have something to say. Look, that's what I see when the night, it's like somebody comes busting in, or someone is kind of rudely interjects in conversation, or it's like, I got something to say. This person's fighting for honesty and truth, and they will get it at any cost. Ace of Swords, we do have to have a conversation, and Page of Swords. Wow, that's very interesting. We've got Wands and Swords. This is a lot of masculine energy. Wands and Swords are both masculine energy. So I want to say that we could be dealing in a couple of masculines, but we could also be dealing in a feminine and masculine, but the feminine is in her masculine energy. That will happen when you don't have enough masculine energy around. The feminine will take on more masculine energy. She has to, in order to get things done, right? So we got the Page of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, and it feels like there has to be a conversation, but nobody's saying anything. We're all holding our ground. What's holding all of this up is the Three of Cups. Somebody needs to contact the other one and ask them out. Let's go to a celebration. Can you be a +1 at a wedding? It needs to be something that's benign. You know what I mean? It needs to be something like, can you just be my +1? I'm going to, that friend of mine, I'm going to their place for dinner and they're asking about you. It feels like that. Feels like somebody really is standing their ground on having to open up a conversation and say something. It's like we really got to learn more about each other. The Page of Pentacles is in the reverse because I'm not really sure what I want to do just yet. Eight of Swords is in the reverse, and the Judgment card. A Knight of Wands. The World card. And the Five of Wands in reverse. you know what it is I feel either Gemini or Gemini or your person, one of you has been playing the field or dating or didn't want to settle down. And I think that now somebody is like, do I want to settle down? It's like a question mark now, whereas before it was a period. It was like, I don't want to settle down. And now it's a question mark. Do I want to settle down? The Knight of Wands is here with the World card. Somebody wants to stop with the instability. They either want to stop being the instability or they want to stop living in instability. And somebody here is bringing it to an end. Whichever one of you might have some fixed energy, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo, but the world is learning a lesson. I'm never going to let this happen again. Still, it leaves with the Judgment in the reverse, saying that there's somebody here who's not sure if they're even interested in a reconciliation. Five of Wands in the reverse is I'm no longer going to beat myself up about it. I don't really care if there's competition. I'm just going to go there and ask, are we on or are we off? That's what it feels like here. This whole reading is about that. Are we on or are we off? Because it feels like whoever this energy is up here doesn't really care either way. Like, I feel like they would be in if somebody would come to them and say, I really enjoy you. Can you be in? But I don't think this person's going to step forward themselves. No. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Why is that here, please? The Devil energy, the Emperor, and the Hanged Man. Well, at least the Emperor is showing up in the upright. That's good. So I feel like it's you that's going to take charge of the situation, whether you're feminine or masculine. The Emperor, though, is masculine leaning, and I did speak about somebody who might have feminine energy, but who is having to take on more masculine energy because there isn't a masculine in their life. It's the same thing with feminine energy, I understand, right? So the Hanged Man, somebody's trying to see it from a different side, trying to see it from a different perspective, would rather not hang here, but is willing to sacrifice as long as they have to in order to get the answer that they need. So it feels like there's fear and confusion and doubt as it pertains to the Three of Cups. Somebody wants to know, they're going to take you out or they're going to ask you out, and then we're going to have this conversation. But I feel that, Gemini, that it's you that's going to step forward. If you are the predominantly masculine energy, you're the one that's going to step forward and ask somebody else out. Take it as it resonates. So we have Aries, we have Capricorn, we have the Hanged Man. And so on top, the Three of Cups, it feels like there's a lot of fear and misunderstanding here. I don't know if we understand each other. I'm kind of worried that it's not going to work out. I do want the 10 Cups. But do I? Right? Yeah. Somebody's snoozing on the job here. It's like, I don't want to get into this relationship just because I'm lonely. I don't want to get into a whole ass relationship just because I'm lonely. The King of Pentacles is here. Somebody's okay by themselves. They've got everything that they need. All right. So going into the week ahead, I feel like there is someone reaching out to someone else. I feel like we have to have a conversation about, is this relationship worth pursuing? Judgment's in the reverse. It says somebody here, one of you, is not interested in having the reconciliation. And because it's just too much work. They don't want to put too much work into it. And I'm not sure how I feel about you, by the way. The Knight of Cups is in the reverse. I'm not sure if I have romantic love or if it's just, it's just that I care for you. Is there enough love here to keep this going to the 10 Pentacles? All right. I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you. And I'll be back next week because I'm really loving doing these air sign readings. Thank you, Gemini, for watching. And if you're interested in a private read, please look below in the description. There's a sale on 30% off, and you will have 30% off my readings until the end of October. October 31st at midnight. I'm going to go for now. Love you guys. I'm out. Bye-bye. All right, Aquarius, here we are. Thank you so much for waiting here for me. It is all about you from here forward. Thank you for clicking here. I appreciate you. I hope to see you more in the comments. And please, if you want to see this air tribe grow, please continue hitting the thumbs up. Look, you guys are amazing. You did so amazing last week. I think it was almost 700 views. Once we get to 1,000, all the bonus reads start coming. And I swear that if all three of your tribes working together gets 1,000 views on this video, then I will be coming back to do a bonus read for each of you, okay? For each sign. All right, here we go. Let's look at you, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, my friend. Thank you so much for clicking here. If you're cross-watching in Aquarius, thank you so much. And this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We're just doing the tarot this week. And we'll clarify it a little bit and do a 9-card draw. All right. If you are interested in a private reading, Aquarius, please look in the description. There is a code for 10% off of my readings, which start at $40. And that is until October the 31st. All right. Here we go. Okay. There you are, Aquarius. The star is present. Trying to find the courage to carry burdens. It feels like you're trying to heal this burdensome feeling that you're carrying, Aquarius. It feels very burdensome. It feels like you want to heal it, though. You want to drop the burdens, but you keep picking them up. Look, she's got all these flowers on her back, but she's still looking for more. Bit of a wands hoarder. Yeah, it's heavy, and I feel like you have hope that you'll be able to unburden yourself when this lover shows up, or when you have, I think you need to choose to do it. That's what it is. Before anything can go off in the future, I think you need to choose it. The Lovers is about a choice. How much do you love yourself? Are you going to keep carrying the torch for them forever, even though they're not carrying it for you? The star's energy is healing for me. It's also hopeful. It's also wish fulfillment. And I feel like that's what you want, is you do want wish fulfillment, but I feel like you have an attachment from the past. Someone that's attached to you that you can't get out of their energy. No matter what you do, you feel like you can't stop thinking about them. It's an obsessive thought pattern that you want to heal. We have the 8 cups. Yeah, you wish you could just disconnect from it. It's about someone in the past. I feel like someone from the past who could be a Capricorn disconnected from you. I feel like you're trying to look forward and you're trying to heal these burdens, but I think it's a choice. I think it's a choice to drop them, right? We have the Queen of Swords. If I didn't say, we have the Devil, the Star, the 10 of Wands, and the Lovers on the top row. Next row is the 8 of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Tower. All right. And the 9 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. I feel this has created a block for you, my sweet. That's what it feels like. We have the Page of Pentacles here. It feels like you're waiting for a new beginning. The ending has already happened. The ending has already happened with somebody here, and you're waiting for the new beginning. And I feel like it's been heartbreaking. It feels like heartbreaking or disappointing. And the person that's disappointed you is someone you've known for a very long time. When I say soulmate, it can be platonic or romantic. The 6 of Cups is both. It's just someone that you've either grown up with or have known for a very long time, maybe here in this life, but it could be with past lives as well. It feels like you're experiencing in the future disappointment about this person who I think that you want the long-term relationship with because you're deeply in love with them. But it feels like it's like they've kept themselves too busy to give you any sort of attention. So I feel like something's coming to an end, so something can begin. All right, let's look here. I think there's healing in the distance. I think that part of the healing, Aquarius, comes when you decide to speak up. The Queen of Swords, I feel, is the lesson that you're learning right now. The Queen of Swords is Libra, but also Aquarius and Gemini in this general reading. We have Aquarius energy here, so we know we're talking about you, right? It feels like you need to learn the lesson of or heal the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords, when she's in the reverse, doesn't really care if she hurts feelings. I feel like the Queen of Swords in the upright is the person who's speaking clearly and concisely without any sort of emotional undertone. This person has no intention of hurting anyone, but they do know that honesty, truth, and justice must prevail. I think you're on with that. I think you're on board with that because of the star. You are Aquarius after all. You're an air sign as well. So I feel like that somebody needs to speak up, or somebody may speak up. And it may be someone from the past for some of you, because we have the 8 cups. Someone that detached from you in a very cold way. Or maybe you were the one that's detached. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like you're the one who has been trying to get out of this person's energy, or cut them away, or heal it for a long while. And I think the thing that's going to happen for you is, because you won't let go of these burdens, these wands, understand that's chaos as well. And there are lots of people who can't live without chaos. It's like they don't want to be alone with their thoughts, alone with themselves. They haven't learned how to do that yet. So sometimes people make themselves into the workhorse for other people so they can stay ahead of their head crap. And so that's what it kind of feels like here. It feels like the Tower is going to have to force its way in. You're barely holding everything together. You're carrying around these burdens and barely holding everything together here. I feel like the Tower is going to fall, and it's going to be a life-changing lesson for you. That if you don't speak up, the Tower does come, because, you know, the universe's gig in all of this is to keep you on the right path, right? What I believe, and you don't have to believe this, is that you wrote the playbook. You are up there making your decisions. I want to be born with these signs. I want these strengths. I want these weaknesses. And these are the things I'm going to try and complete when I go to Earth. When I do this next, which I think is now. It's like you're now on the gig that you wrote. Like, I feel like you are not able to move off this 10 of Wands, and you're the fixed sign, right? You're not able to move away from the chaos or drop the burdens because you don't want it to be over. You don't want to start again at the Ace of Wands. After the 10 of Wands is that. The cycle closes and then we go to the Ace. But it feels like the universe is forcing your hand. You are going to have to make a choice. And the choice is, what are you going to do when it ends? Are you going to begin again, or are you just going to lay down? It is a choice for you, though. You can choose to be single and confident, do your own thing, enjoy life, your pentacle life. You obviously have enough finances, or that you're stable enough. But I feel like you need to really, really focus on your confidence and your abundance and life as it is, the happiness that it is. It almost feels like you're allowing this to dampen your happiness or cloud your vision. There's lots of plumes of smoke and stuff going down here. It feels like your vision is a little bit clouded. I think that the choice is to drop these burdens. The universe is saying you have a choice. You can drop these burdens or carry them. You can be this person who's confident and good and you know, doing it financially healthy and doing their own thing, enjoying their own abundance. You can choose to do that. Or you can wait for the ships to come in. You can wait for as ever long as it takes. The truth is this, is that we don't know that if it's ended already, right? Maybe the reason that they left is because they're not coming back, and it truly has come to an end. Maybe it is time to start. But if you don't consider that the ending has been here, if you keep thinking they're coming back and they're coming back, if you don't consider for a moment that maybe they were supposed to go and stay gone, that maybe they came through your life to teach you how to let go of burdens. All right. Let's take a look. Let's clarify a little bit for you. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Charlie's just saying we need something at the base. What's holding all this up here? What's the foundation? What's the foundation here, please? The Page of Cups in the reverse. It's an unrequited love situation, I think. Somebody is questioning their feelings. And I think it causes a Tower for you. Somebody speaks up and tells you that it might be an unrequited love situation, that they don't have the feelings for you that you have for them. I think this is someone that in the past, like in the near past, this is probably something that's happened here. Somebody went off to look for the 2 cups. The 8 cups is, I don't want to settle. I don't want to settle right here. I'm not sure that this is what I want. I don't know if it's you or them, but somebody disconnected in the past in a very cold way because they went off looking for another 2 cups. We have the 7 of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. it almost feels like you are trying to hold the wheel in place. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to change. And that's the thing. You are Aquarius. You're a fixed sign. You don't want this to change. You want what you want. And the universe is saying, I promised to keep you on your path. So the Wheel of Fortune is here. And it's about a bunch of changes that look like hell on the surface, but end up being really beautiful after all the change is said and done, after it all takes place. But I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is the one that's causing, the energy that's causing all the trouble for you, or the angst that you're going through. And it's the Wheel of Fortune is the change. It's the fated change, the divine intervention. The universe comes in and says, look, we got to push you forward. It's time to leave this obsession behind, this obsession and this connection that you have from the past. It's time for you to cut away from that. Somebody went out, left you and disconnected from you in an abrupt way to go find other love. I think what's being concealed from you is the wheel. I think what you don't see is that things are going to start moving in your favor. We have the Magician. We have the Empress. And the Hanged Man. Look, I think that you are somebody who is learning the Queen of Swords, speaking up for yourself, liberating yourself in a conversation, and being completely honest no matter what people think. And I think that's the last lesson you need to become the Empress, because the Empress is here. It's very interesting that the last lesson that you actually have to work on is the one about swords, right? It's a little bit ironic, but it feels like the Magician here. It feels like if you want what you want, you have to believe that what you want wants you. And I don't think you believe it just yet. I feel like you're stuck back here because you think there's nothing up here. And when you're stuck back here, you're showing the universe that you're like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you that whatever I've manifested, you're bringing me. I don't believe you. But the Wheel of Fortune is here saying, okay, fine. I know you don't believe me, but I got to push you forward anyway, because that's what you told me is in the playbook that you wrote before you came here. So it feels like with the Hanged Man, that somebody is hanging here in stagnancy, doesn't want to move forward, is fighting the Wheel of Fortune, fighting the healing, don't want to drop the burdens. It feels like almost like somebody who's throwing a bit of a tantrum saying, I want it the way I want it, and I want it now. And the universe is saying, too bad, so sad. We got to keep you on your path. So if you're not going to move, there's the Tower. And I'm going to make you drop those burdens. I'm going to make you look at them one by one. And the illusion that they were burdens anyway, that's the illusion. I think you were carrying them and feeling weighed down, but I think the illusion is you never had to carry them. You never had to collect them in the first place. You just got to stop picking up the burdens. We've got the Four of Swords, we've got the Devil, and we got the Ten of Swords. Ugh, this is going to be a hard tower, my sweet. It's going to be a really hard tower. It feels like you go from an immovable position, the Four of Swords, a place where you're healing, not talking to anybody, maybe in a bit of seclusion. And it's fearful, it's doubt. It's, the thing is that the thing is the Tower's mercy. It's beautiful mercy. When things are going so badly and you stop learning, or you stop pushing forward, you stop having the strength to push forward, the Tower comes. And then it all falls to pieces. And that's really tough. And that's why the Ten of Swords is here. So what is coming to an end is your Ten of Wands. If you don't drop it, the universe is going to force you into it. Going to force your hand. You could be dealing with Capricorn, Taurus or Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. Scorpio, yeah, I said that already. Gemini. All right. The thing is that you do have a choice. You do have a choice, and I think that the Lovers here, I think the choice of love is for the self, because the Nine of Pentacles is here showing you confident and abundant and really focused on the things that are important to you. Your abundance, you're wearing it, you're looking good. It feels like you are going to allow some sort of happiness or celebration, time of celebration to come in. I think those are the ships that are coming in for you, is that when this invitation comes in, and I don't know who it's from, it feels like it's a group of people who have heart space for you, who love you. And I feel like you're being invited somewhere. The ships that are coming in is some type of invitation for celebration. You need it. Go get it, okay? Don't say no. Even if you don't want to go, even if you really don't want to go, I really think you need it. I think that you don't understand. Maybe you don't see yourself in the mirror as other people see you, and that's something that a lot of us struggle with, probably most of us. But I think who you really are is the 9 Pentacles. I think that people see you as single and not needing anybody, not needing anything, taking care of self, really confident. My focus is on me. My focus is on my life, my animals, my abundance. I think people see that you are choosing you. And I think that's so beautiful. I hope you are choosing you. We've got the 2 of Wands, we've got the King of Pentacles, and we've got the Lovers. And, the Lovers are, again, is coming up on the Lovers, right? So you could be dealing with someone who's Gemini. But I want to say that with the Lovers, I really strongly feel like it's a choice. I feel like you're choosing the stability. I feel like you love yourself enough to choose you, to choose the Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, to choose the stability, the confidence. You're at the crossroads now and you get to make the decision. But I think with the 5 Wands here, you're beating yourself up about something that didn't work back there. But I really truly believe that it wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to be an unrequited love situation. We have the World card. Yeah, we have the 3 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. So it feels like it was like that. It ended up quickly. Like all of a sudden you woke up one day and everything was blocked. Maybe it didn't happen that way, but it feels like it was a really painful end. It really, I think, even into next week, in the middle of the week, it still bothers you. Because it was such a mean-spirited way to end things. That's what it feels like. The devil feels like it's mean. And so I think the Tower is here for mercy. It's time to drop things. It's time to drop it. It's time to end it. We've got the World card here, which tells me that things are coming to an end. You've learned a lesson to not, to kind of look forward instead of looking back. Because if you look back, it's going to stop you from all this beautiful stuff that's coming up. You don't even know if you're going to meet somebody here or not, right? Like you don't know, but I do know when the invitation comes in, I don't know that you want to go. You're in the 8 of Swords and the 7 of Cups, so I'm not really sure. But it feels like you want to go from the chaos to the calm. The chaos is the 10 of Wands, by the way. Yeah. All right. There we go. We end with the Star. There you are on the bottom of the deck. So we have the Star, we have the Page of Pentacles. There is an invitation coming. I do believe that there's somebody who's going to invite you out, and I think that the 9 of Swords is here to say, I'm not really sure if I want to go. I worry about that, but I think it's going to give you, in the end, it's going to give you stability. We've got the King and the Queen of Pentacles. You might even meet somebody there. You might even meet a soulmate, my friend. So please try not to give up the invitations that you're receiving. Things are about to move really quickly. The 3 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is the ships coming in. The 8 of Wands is quick moving energy, possibly even communication, right? From somebody who's gonna say, come on, we're all going to the restaurant for dinner. Just come with us. It's just, we're not even in couples. We're just a bunch of friends going out for dinner. Yeah, very benign. All right. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for being here. I will be here next week for you as well. I hope you will be here too. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscription button and maybe the thumbs up because it's growing. It's working. You guys are doing it. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye-bye.